Alright, everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video to thank you all because I've just reached 1000 subscribers on YouTube, which is a great goal for me. And basically I just wanted to go through a few points that I wrote down here, just to thank you and also to tell you a little bit more about what I'm doing and some of the guests I will be having on the future, and also to again request your support if you can, to support me on Patreon or even through one-time donation via PayPal, or even several of them if you don't want to make them periodically or something like that. So basically I've started my channel last February and it really took off by mid-March, where I started having at least 3 interviews per week. Yeah, so since mid-March I've been having at least 3 interviews per week, and some weeks, even though you might not have noticed, because I've been releasing 3 interviews per week since August and never more than that, but some weeks I've had 4 or 5 interviews. In a couple of weeks I will be having even 6 interviews. So I will be releasing this video probably on the 1st or 2nd of December, and by then I would have interviewed 123 different people, and I've already released probably 106 of those interviews. And I've basically I cover several topics, particularly scientific ones, ranging from psychology to anthropology, sociology, primatology, biology, and also philosophy, which is one of the big topics on my channel. And I've already had some very big names on my show, like for example from psychology, and I'm gonna read now because I don't want to forget any of them. David C. Geary, Richard Lippa, Leda Cosmides, Diana Fleischman, Eric Turkheimer, Louis Goldberg, Richard Shweder, Richard Nisbett, Randy Thornhill, David Buss, Gad Saad, Lee Jussim, Hal Arkes, Lee Ross. Some of them I'm yet to release on my channel, but anyways. And also from anthropology, people like David F. Lancy, Monique Borgerhoff, Mulder, Robert Boyd, Ellen Fiske, and Terrence Deacon. From philosophy, also some very big names like Patrick Lee Miller, Stephen Hicks, Simon Blackburn, Patricia Churchland, Massimo Pigliucci, Rebecca Goldstein, Peter Carruthers, Colin McGinn, Michael Roos, and Alexander Rosenberg. Also from primatology, Dr. Franz de Waal. From neuroscience, the great Dr. Dale Purves. And also others from science in general, like Azar Gatt, Robin Hansen, James Flynn, Johan Norberg, John Entine, Michael Shermer. People from Gapminder like Fernando Drummond and Richard Wilkinson. I can also already tell you that I will be having in the near future on the show people like Michael Graziano, Mark Blythe, David Papino, Don Ross, my second interview with Randy Thornhill, Peter Richardson, and also Noam Chomsky in March, so I will be releasing that interview probably around April or May. And I'm also in contact with people like Peter Singer, Paul Bloom, William von Eppel, Robert Plomin, Gregory Cochran, Richard Ayer, Edward Moser, and E.O. Wilson. So that is the big name that Dr. Gadsad was talking about toward the end of our interview that he didn't mention directly, but yes, I've been in contact with him and I will probably have him on the show in a year or so, somewhere around that. So, finally, and just to not make this video too long, again, I would like to thank all of my supporters, all of my subscribers, every single one of them. I'm recording this on the 28th of November and I have 1010 subscribers by now. And I mean, it would be really important to get more support on Patreon for me to be able to keep doing this in the long run. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for me, because I mean, it takes a really lot of work to prepare the interviews and to do them and to edit them and to keep in touch with the guests and to contact new guests. And to get in touch with new information, to also get in touch with the work of people I don't know yet, so, and to invite them afterward. So I mean, if you can help me, if you want to become a patron of mine, you will have access to my Patreon exclusive content. That is, you will know every single person that I will be interviewing week by week, and also in advance the interviews that I will be releasing each week. I usually do 2 posts on Saturday with all of that information there. And if you don't want to make regular contributions, you can also go to my PayPal. All of the links will be in the description box of this video, and you can make a one-time donation or several donations as it pleases you. So and before I go, I would really like to thank my patrons: Karen Litzke, Anne Blanchett, Brendan J. Brewer, Junos, Saimed, Per Helge Akstad Larsen, Lau Guerrero, Rui Beleza, Miguel Estrada, António Cunha, Chantel Gelina, Jim Frank, Jerry Muller, and Francis Ford. And also I would really like to thank Dr. Oren Amite, because I mean, he was my first guest, my first interview, and he's been a huge supporter of the show from its very beginning. So he really supported someone who had very little to show back then in February when I started the channel. So a huge thank you to him, and also especially Rob Sika, who's been divulging my interviews. He got in touch with my channel, I think, in June, and since then he's been very helpful, and he has also been suggesting some new guests for me to try to contact and have on the show. And also some friends I've been making along the way, like, for example, Patrick Lee Miller. So cheers to you all, and thank you for watching. And if you can support the show, I will also be really thankful for that. So thank you for your time.